Hello YouTube and welcome to north of the border, as you can read by the sign there, to Edmonton, the road course that's on the airport here in Canada. And joining me in the booth here today is Stephen Paul III.
I can't get out of Canada or the West Coast. I'm just stuck up here. I'm gonna get my own house.
Especially because we'll be here next week too, since most likely um, this is airing before Trucks and Cup from Mosport. So um, if it isn't, then that's just going to be terribly awkward line. Either way, on the front row today is Time Pollard, and on the pole is Alex May. Row 2 is Stephen Paul III and Kev Shear. Row 3, Jessica Shelton and Johnny Gardner. Sky Commons and Paul Swanson in row 4, with Muhammad Zain Abdullah and Isaac Flickinger in row 5. Here's the rest of the starting grid as I hand it over to Stephen for his thoughts and predictions for this road course race.
Usually during a road course race, it's usually going to be interesting first lap, and then a lot of single file. Then a pit stop shakes things up. So I'm gonna pick. I'm not gonna pick myself because the comment section will rig it. I'm gonna pick the fourth place guy to win it, and I pick somebody, and I'll see the back of the field in a second as we keep going through. But I'll pick the fourth place guy who's starting. I don't know who it is, and somebody from the back. How would I pick that? Not that car. I'll pick the 60 of Reynolds to move his way into the top
By
20.
the way,
Who's
you said
starting
the
fourth?
fourth place car. Good job. You just picked Kev.
Okay, we're going to the. Okay, we're not. Okay, we'll go to the 20. We'll pick Johnny. Go, Johnny.
So command has been given. Steven's pick apparently is Kev Shear. So good job. Either way, field will roll, and not a full pace lap here, so we don't have to worry about too bad. Because it's a caution-free race, due to it being a road course, we will not carry onboards this week. Sorry to
And
all
you,
the people who normally pay for those.
and you see our airplane in the background there.
Mhm. Yeah, that's how we got here. I was just looking, trying to see, make sure everyone got rolling. As field goes through the chicane here, pace car is off.
And
We are green for 20 laps here at Canada.
here we go. Paul gives the push. Here comes Gardner down the inside. They're going to go for the lead.
that is that is exactly what he's trying to do.
Whoa!
3 wide right now. And it's Time Pollard who's going to go to the lead.
Alex May, dirt
Or
track.
not. Kev Shear to the lead.
Guess what?
Maybe you're onto something there.
Maybe I am.
As we look at the back, Enzo Nareza in trouble. So too is Samed Ozkan, the 3-unit winner. Becky Lynch, the Hardware Home Chevy, which is actually sponsoring the race, in trouble. Kyle Matthews is damaged. And that looks to be about it for the first lap, at least, right now. As I say that, we get ready to go up to this corner that can usually be tricky at times.
Yep. There's a lot of winding corners here. And we landed our plane on this front straightaway right here.
Yeah, the one right back there.
Yep.
As Paul Swanson now goes to grabs the spot from Sky Commons. Looks like Muhammad Zain Abdullah is going to try and do the same. But Fote Sacco, though, going to get into the 11.
Nice save. Oh, no, he's out round.
Not quite a nice save. But on the bright side, the NRSL officials gave us plenty of runoff room here for guys to be able to have that happen and not face too many ill repercussions.
I'm glad we don't have a restart. We don't want when the driver's throwing Elio Castaneves on us.
Meanwhile, looking back through the field, RJ Reynolds, Sheila Shear, those are teammates.
Uh-oh. It's going to be an interesting team meeting.
Oh, they didn't turn each other, although I say that, and Alger Baranowskis got turned, and there's Alexander Rowe using an alternative line.
As everybody coming down here, looks like all the Roush cars together back here.
Except for Kev Shear, that is still leading. I noticed damage to the 59 is Zachary Fitzwater to the left side of his car. We'll have to see if we can't get a look at that. Apparently not. Trying to get a look at the left side. Not able to as of yet. I don't think we're going to yet anywhere close. So try and look back through. There's damage to Tim Randolph's '06 Dish Network Ford as well, the
Damn,
left side of his.
how many damn Roush cars are there?
The 6, the '06, the 16, the 17, 60. We got 5.
26. I think it's
26.
6.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Kev out to a 9/10 of a second lead already. And now things kind of starting to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, so, but the pit stop is going to make everything interesting, like I said.
Well, also tire wear going to be interesting as who can keep their tires going the best. Gardner right now runs 5th. It looks like Stephen Paul III there didn't have a good start. He's back in 6th after starting 3rd.
Yeah.
Of course, he also got dived on by Johnny Gardner going into turn 1 too. So
Johnny Gardner got a hell of a restart.
it was a great start, but then he just couldn't hold it through turn 1. Trying to look for, looks like this will be our battle right here between the 7 and the 6 here maybe. That's at least the closest thing we got to a battle on track right now. Oh yeah, that's why I went to TV2. I forget why I go to certain camera angles on this track sometimes.
Yeah, some of them work, some of them don't.
Well, that's just one of the things you do. Look here at the back. Have we lost anyone yet? Yeah, we have. Kyle Matthews, Samet Ozkan, and Enzo Nereza already out of the race. Worth mentioning, last week's winner, the 63 Charles Sandfer, did not show up to this race because of funding issues. So go figure that after they win, they still have funding issues.
It's a story of Charles Sandfer. I'm amazed the cup program's still running.
Oh!
God.
And that's going to be it for the Navy Chevy of Chris Louvier. So he started 40th and is already out. But hey, bright side, they'll finish 38th instead of 41st.
Yeah, as Kev continues to lead here. And like I said, Charles' cup team can really use some funding right now.
Yeah, they got the manufacturer dollars coming in a little bit, which is, I guess, helping somewhat.
Not helping the Hooters program, apparently.
Well, that's a different team. That's not S3 Motorsports either, so.
Well, S3 Motorsports is still paying off more than McClure Racing, but we don't have to get that's a discussion for the Cup Series.
Well, Time Pollard had actually gained ground on one of the lap prior, but lost ground there. Now the gap back up to a full second. Alex May, defending champion, though, in 3rd. Solid run here. They will need that. 21st in the points coming in for the 4 car. Okay, I was going to say, I think I saw a guy way off the lead here is Tim Randolph. I guessing they made a pit stop, I would imagine, but I find that hard to believe that they would make a pit stop that early, even if they did have the damage. Looks like this will be our closest battle on track right now between the 4 and the 2.
Where is the 42 run?
Good question. Actually, this would be a good time to probably just mention the points battle here, because we didn't mention that up front. Hunter Braxton is the points leader, currently running 16th. He has a 44-point lead over the 33 of Jerry Shelley, who is currently running in 22nd.
So I think Jess is 4th, but I don't know if she can leave as the points leader with them running.
Oh, hold on. We got a battle on track here between Max Anderson and Jerry Shelley. And Shelley's going to have the advantage going into the corner if he can hold it in there enough. Maybe not. Okay, definitely not, because now here comes Fitzwater. And Fitzwater is actually going to gain a spot out of that. And Oriole Pollard going to capitalize as well. He started way deep in the field because he had some sort of issue on his qualifying run. Oh, wow. That was definitely probably not the line he wanted to take there, because we've seen guys spinning out through that line.
I think Oriole needs some milk.
Oh, yeah, because he was out there way wide. Sheila Shears back here. As we were going to mention, though, Jessica Shelton is third in points, coming in 68 points back of the point lead. Time Pollard is 135 back, and then Sky Commons is the only other driver who could leave here as the points leader. He is 148 points back. So right now, Kev Shearer leading is actually not what he would have needed for taking over the points lead. Rest of the top 10, William Brock, Becky Lynch, Mary Shelley, Preston Plord, and Jonathan Zorline coming in. And it's really just been the story of Braxton, Shelley, and Shelton, though, even though Shelley, for the most part, just hasn't been as consistent as these two. As right now, if things held up, this would be Shelton's fifth top 5 in 8 races to start the year.
Very consistent.
And no surprise, really, when you consider that her best stat is consistency, so.
Yeah. I think more guys should get the consistent stat.
Well, I mean, it depends, because the trade-off is, on the Cup side at least, Shelton's had problems trying to put the car up high in the field, so a little bit of a trade-off there.
As we see, Randolph might... No, Randolph's not going to lap. That's the big loss car.
Well, Randolph would be the first car to lose a lap right now. He's still about straightaway ahead. Just kind of looking through the field right here. Amanda Shelley apparently has pit. That's the only explanation I could have for why she's that far back. There's Zorline right there, 30th. Just kind of looking for an A battle on the track. Just something to talk about.
Yeah. We always find something to talk about here in the Hooters series. As here we go, as everybody literally...
Yeah, literally everyone is single file. Yeah.
So how we talk about Kev Shearer is still going to stay the series rigs, even though if he wins.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Kev came into this race. Let's see, looking for where he's at. 13th in the points right now. So he would be on the outside looking in of the chase. If we look at that battle, I guess. Right now, the worth mentioning that this year's chase, the top 10 plus 2 wild cards format. So right now, Samet Ozkan and Amanda Shelley were the 2 wild card holders coming in, with Charles Sandfer and then Chris Louvier 3rd and 4th in that hunt, because Louvier came into this race 30th in points. So Louvier with the DNF going to actually fall out of consideration for the chase right now, at least the way that they will run in the points. As Pollard all over the rear bumper here of Johnny Gardner for 5th.
Right there, Johnny's in a road course car, so he should have more speed than the 89 cars running the SS car. Racing for souls. Racing in this series, you are racing for souls.
Yeah, true.
Well, let's talk about how rigged that race was last. Oh, wait, never mind. That's another topic for another video.
Yeah, nice try. Oh, wow. Okay. That was an interesting battle there. Pollard trying to go around the outside. He's going to get it.
On the dirt.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, he's going to get it there. So move Steven up to 5th. Gardner now back to 6th.
Man, Morgan Shepherd's engines are better than Bill Davis's engines.
That's actually not a Bill Davis car.
No, I'm saying the engines.
Either way, Paul Swanson, one of the road course aces of the series, actually. Trying to show a little bit of muscle here. Get up to the 6th place.
Watch the D&Q race at Auto Club. You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think we're about 4 laps or so away from pit stops, I will be honest. As looks like Sky Commons and Bafot Sacco here might be getting ready to battle for position. Sacco to the right rear maybe? Not quite there.
Is trying hard, right?
Meanwhile, though, William Brock trying to make a move on Chris Washer in the 91. This is for battle for 10th. William Brock, the Atlanta winner this season, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly.
Well, we're not in Atlanta anymore. We're in a Canadian airport.
True. And Time Pollard starting to close in a little bit on Kev Shear.
I think Time has won in this series before. I don't remember. We won in the Cup Series. I know that.
Well, I mean, he made the chase last season when we were in the win and in format.
So. Oh, that's you know what? I gotta do my research on these series really in depth.
That is true.
I think he ran the 04 last season.
Yes, he did. Let's see. Lap times starting to fall off a little bit. Their quickest lap times were 19 zeros, and right now they're running 19 eighths. RJ Reynolds actually with the fastest lap of the race so far, a minute 18.862.
So this win, if Time Pollard is able to win the Paulus, have a win all 3 series this year, very early on in the season.
Yeah, and Steve Pollard's win in this series actually, or no, not this series.
Truck Series.
Truck Series, yeah. Well, because he's won in 2 of them. One of them, he snapped a 59 race winless streak. I was going through the win charts today.
I
was updating. Oh, yeah, worth mentioning that we're considering trying to make an all-time starts list, which would be pretty cool to do. If I ever, especially because I'll have time now over the next month.
Well, I don't think Henry has the most starts, because didn't Henry miss half a season?
Well, Henry has some missed starts in there, yeah. Oh, here we go. The pit stop's right there. Oh, come on,
Whoever
please, someone stay out. Please, someone stay out. Well, rip that.
Where are they entering pit road from?
Right there.
Oh, that's an interesting pit road.
Wait. Paul Swanson was one of the leaders, wasn't he?
I think so.
Alright, so we did have cars pit the last time. We just weren't paying attention to it.
Well, this time, let's just not miss the green flag for the finish this week.
Yeah, let's not miss the checkered flag. So, everyone going for 4 tires here on this pit stop. So, no strategy there. Kev Shear's going to be first off of them. Alex May with pit stall 1 is going to be second. Jessica Shelton getting third away from Time Pollard.
Oh, crap.
And we're going to have to see where this all shakes out as Kev Shear will retain the lead. Looks like Alex May second, Shelton third, Time Pollard fourth, Stephen Pollard third and fifth, Befode Sacco sixth, PJ Williams seventh, Paul Swanson in eighth, Johnny Gardner ninth, Mary Shelley in 10th is what it's looking like. We'll wait for it to cycle around to actually maintain that. Tim Randolph now having to pit again. So, I mean, obviously, of course, the bad part of that is going to be not only did these guys get the overcut, but then now they're going to have fresher tires anyway, so really going to kind of kill any battle for the lead there.
Any chance this race we're still good?
We're not going to rerun it. It's just, if anything well will do is they'll just reinforce some of the changes that'll be made to the INI for next season.
As I don't know if the 4-car can catch Kev. Kev's really good on the short run.
Well, plus he'll have the gap anyway, so. Let's see. So, yep, Kev Shear still leads. Then it's Alex May, Shelton, Pollard, or Time Pollard, Stephen Pollard the third, Befode Sacco, Paul Swanson 7th, PJ Williams 8th, Johnny Gardner 9th, Mary Shelley 10th. Where did Hunter Braxton come from? He's up to 11th now. William Brock 12th, Sky Commons 13th, Isaac Flickinger 14th, Sam Young 15th, Ace Rogers 16th, Chris Washer in 17th, Preston Plord 18th, Henry Williams in 19th, Zach Flickinger now runs 20th, Zachary Fitzwater currently runs 21st, Max Anderson 22nd, Dylan Young 23rd, Jerry Shelley, Oriel Pollard the top 25, Zorline 26th, It's going to be James Qualls now 27th, Sheila Shear 28th, Amanda Shelley 29th, William Flickinger in 30th, Jack James, R.J. Reynolds, Alexander Rowe, Becky Lynch, Alger Baranowskis, Muhammad Zain Abdullah, and Tim Randolph. The car's still running.
Yeah, we see Paul Swanson looks like he's on the back bumper of Fusaka.
Bafode Sacco.
Man, these names this season are good. We got Baranowskis, we got a Muslim, Mazam, Saint Abdullah. We got everything in this series now.
Yeah, basically. So we'll probably just watch this battle a little bit, at least. This is what looks to be about the best battle in terms of closeness to the leaders and just closeness on track, so.
Coming down here, the Germain Racing making their feet wet in the Hooters series.
Yep, with Paul Swanson. I'll have to see what plans are for that, because Swanson has actually only driven for Germain Racing, made his home in the 03 truck last few seasons before this. Multiple-time winner down there.
Well, I don't have a feeling he's going to be running the 13 Geico Toyota next season in the
well, we'll have to see. No indications yet what their plans are. Germain will have, or does want to run it. Germain Racing does want to run at least, or wants to run a Hooters team next season too as well, so I know that much. Or at least that much has been made clear around the garage area, I should say. Hunter Braxton trying to get into the top 10 here, as Alex May actually took a a second out of the race lead there that last lap.
I might have a shot there. Captain looks like his car fades toward the end of the run, so it'll be interesting.
As Flickinger and Sky Commons here battling for 13th on the racetrack, if Flickinger can get a little bit closer at least. That was not the corner to probably take a defensive line there if you're Sky Commons, but it worked out for him.
It did.
As now Sam Young tries to pull up to the back bumper of the Juicy Fruit Dodge. On the bright side, at least not as chaotic as some road courses have been.
This is true. This is true. As you can tell, we're now going to Sawmill Corner.
Zach Flickinger making a move on Preston Plord here. This is for the 18th position on the racetrack.
What happens if you crash those hay barrels?
I have no clue.
Oh wait, I was about to say, can someone throw their shoe on track? We have no cautions.
Yeah, there's no cautions. And also Alex May taking another 2/10 out of that lead there that last time by.
She ain't gonna catch him.
That's a guy.
Well, you know what? It's this time we go to commercial break.
That's also one of Seth's drivers too. Or
what? Really? That Alex? Well, okay. You know what? This is gonna lead to a ban in the Icebreaker series. So, guys, it was nice knowing you.
As Time Pollard starts to close in on the 2 as well, it looks like.
Alex May? I don't know. I'm thinking of somebody else then.
Yeah, you probably are.
I'm trying to think who is the other driver? Is it Christopher Pierce, the guy? Who's the female? I know there's a female. Mary Cole hasn't ran in this series.
No, she only ran one season in the 21 car in Cup.
How'd that go?
I don't know that one. I don't remember how the 21 ran that season. All honesty.
So yeah. Anyways, moving on. The 7 car looks really good in that Geico Camry. I mean Chevrolet this week.
It's a Chevy every week. You're thinking of next season again.
You know what? It's really time for commercial break.
Okay, the 7's not Toyota till next year.
They're just trying out the engines early.
Just kind of showing the back of the field here again. As looks like Amanda Shelley had run wide, or at least was trying to get around Sheila Shear, one or the other.
Do you think the 17 is going to do a donut with Kev?
I don't know.
We'll leave that up to Kev in the comment section. As everybody is, well, you know what? At least the brakes are running really good. The brakes are from Arca series, so they're running good.
Let's see. Chris Washer and Alger Baranowskis are battling for last in points, or at least to not be last. Chris Washer actually had a 1-point lead in that department.
He's washing the dishes.
Baranowskis actually running lower on track, though.
Now, I wonder if they're going to take him out of the car and put one of his family members in it.
I have no clue.
And we're going to have to do that in Milwaukee. Milwaukee's on the schedule.
It is for this series, yeah.
All right, so after on lap 58, we're going to take him out of the car.
Let's see. Braxton's still not in the top 10 yet, so.
You know, I'm going to go get my pickup truck to drive on the track, so I'll be right back.
No, you're not. Meanwhile, May's starting to close in. He's closing in ever so slightly, but problem is he's going to run out of time because they're coming to 2 to go.
He's getting that little draft.
He is now, definitely.
I don't know if he can cope with that.
Wow. Let's see, the gap was just over a second. Now it's 7/10. Just under 8/10.
We might actually have a battle for the lead, just like Charles Jackson and the 6th. Wait. Yeah, this race started that weekend.
That race went up today. The race you're talking about went up on the day of this recording.
You know what? I was just making sure I wasn't spoiling anything.
So yes, for those that now can be, or know when that one race went up, this is being recorded on the Sunday before this race is actually going to go live. Yes.
Yeah, we took an early flight from Chicago.
Alex May actually within the same camera shot now. Kev has led every single lap so far. Can he hang on though is going to be the question. Here comes the Army Chevy.
Well, he lost to Alexander Rowe in the DNQ race, so I mean, Kev's batting 0 right now.
Are you talking about the Chicagoland DNQ race where he lost to Allie Nelson?
Who did I say?
You said Alexander Rowe.
You know what? It's been a long day. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I worked a 10-hour shift.
Well, the gap last time was just under 0.8 of a second. Kev Shear sees the white flag first and has a mirror full of Alex May, and it's only half a second.
You know what it's time for? It's time for machine guns ready to go.
We're not doing any sniping.
Well, May is trying to snipe down the 16 as they're wiggling and waggling through the S curve.
No, I think that's one of the fun things about this, where you see them doing that. It just looks so weird.
I think the 4 will get to the bumper, but will not make a move.
It's gonna take a colossal effort here, I think, for the 16 to lose this.
Well, it's Kev we're talking about.
I don't think May's gonna get there.
Well, you know what? I picked in the win, so there we go.
Yeah, your first pick was who started in 4th.
That's right, and I picked correctly for the first time in like 100 races.
Yeah, probably. Just a couple more corners to go. May's going to get to the bumpers, that is for sure, but not going to be able to make a move.
2 more laps. Kevin Shear is actually going to do something with his career.
Through the final S chicane here, and Kev Shear will pick up his first career win in the top 3 series. He wins here in Edmonton. He wins the Hardware Home 222.
It's the end of the world.
By the way, the gap actually maintained constant there. Actually, Kev pulled away by 100th.
Man, look at all these great side by side races to the line.
Shush. Shush. I will be edited. It'll look even better next year.
Man, Tim Randolph passed somebody last Sheila.
Well, to be fair, remember, with where this is at, we're also not looking at who came through where because it makes it a little bit
We
harder.
missed Tim Randolph.
No, he didn't. Randolph's right
Oh,
there. He hasn't even crossed the finish line yet.
that's what I mean. We didn't get to see Randolph crossing across the line.
Gets to be special where his is on camera again, just like the race leader.
Well, Tim Randolph is like the fifth. There's like 4 Dish Network paint schemes to see in the series.
Yeah, but not all of them are red.
Well, we should have a race with all 5 Roush cars with Dish Network.
So Kev Shear claims victory here north of the border. Alex May, Jessica Shelton, Time Pollard, Stephen Pollard III, Befode Sacco, Paul Swanson, PJ Williams, Johnny Gardner, and Mary Shelley round out the top 10. Look at the bottom of the grid. Most likely I will be edited before the next time we come here. Then again, I mean, they did at least pit on a different lap, so I mean, it's going to be tricky to try and edit that because you go too far and then they'll all pit the same exact lap and then it's no fun on that anyway. So,
Yeah.
Steven, your final thoughts?
It was a very good competitive race here at Edmonton at the airport. We're going to go land our plane. I picked Kev to win, and if Kev still says the series is rigged, we can all smack him now. And where are we going next week?
Good question. I don't know entirely. I don't have the schedule memorized anymore.
Well, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to the Kev Shear Triggered 500. If Kev wins that
That
race,
one
it's going to be the
is
greatest.
way down the schedule for this series. That's, I think, win the chase.
Well,
I think, if I remember correctly, the person who named the triggered Kev Shear for this one didn't name it triggered Kev Shear, but they also ended up sponsoring Dega, which is like one of the final races.
anyways, I thought it was a good race. We had a lot of good battling, and I will be back for the cup and the truck race at Sport. And then hopefully we get out of the damn Canada and the West Coast. I'm ready to go to the East Coast.
I don't know when we'll be doing that one, but either way, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't today for more racing action and other gaming related videos. Thanks Steven for joining me, and I'll see you next time.
See ya.